When I was writing an intro for this speech, I really wanted to find a way that we could connect, because this is most likely the first time that you're seeing my face and the first time that we're meeting. So hi, my name is Rebekah. Nice to meet you all. So to find an answer to my dilemma of how to quickly connect with a large group of people, I went to Google, like most people do in this day and age, and I typed, what is the fastest way to get to know a large group of people? And the first thing that came up was icebreakers. So I thought I'd ask a few questions. There's no wrong or right answer, so no judgment here. And this requires audience participation, and I know it can get awkward to raise your hand, but imagine how much more awkward it would be for me if you guys did it. Okay, so let's all do this together. Question number 1. What color is this dress? A little controversial, I know. If you see black and blue, please raise your hand. Okay. Now, if you see white and gold, please raise your hand. Okay. About a 50-50 split. I've personally only been able to see black and blue, never white and gold. Okay, time for this last question, a little more relevant to this time of year. Do you prefer winter over summer? For those of you that prefer winter over summer, please raise your hand. Okay. Now, who prefers summer over winter, please raise your hand. Yeah, there we go. For those of you that prefer summer over winter, totally relate. During the winter, I always find myself thinking, oh my gosh, I can't wait till summer so I can get my melanin back. The struggle is real, guys. Now, when it comes to the seasons in the year, many of us think of them of what we feel and what we see when we step outside. It's an indication of if it's summer, winter, spring, fall. However, rarely do we talk about the seasons of life. Now, having a favorite season or looking forward to the summer when it's winter is no way harmful, but the attitude or mindset of not being present in the season of life you're in can be detrimental, because then you're not able to truly experience the shared human connection with the people and places around you, because you're only looking forward to what is next. In a way that this makes more sense in school, for example, we need X amount of credits to move on to the next grade with the end goal of being graduation. Outside of school, many of us work for several different reasons: to save up for a life after graduation, to support our families so they can have a solid future, or to just simply live freely. And although these are extremely important, it implies our future is guaranteed. For so long, this was my own thought process. I was born and raised here in Sioux Falls, and by the 8th grade, I was tired of the place. I hated that our mall was only one level. I mean, seriously, come on. And I was sick and tired of living the same dull routine and eager for something new. So, for my freshman year of high school, I asked my parents if I could live in Japan. Japan was a place where I'd visit once every few years to see family. And when I did, I felt free from the lifeless cycle. I felt I was living here in Sioux Falls. To my surprise, they said yes and allowed me to leave. I was always thinking about leaving. So when I did, I was so excited. I remember one day while in Japan, I wasn't feeling well. Physically, I was fine, yet I found the joy that I was feeling being stifled by my heart feeling unsettled. So after hours of not being able to fall asleep, I decided to confide in my cousin. And after my rant session, just getting things off my chest, he turns to me and goes, "Rebekah, you're homesick." And let me tell you, I was offended. Like, no way you're telling me I miss a place like Sioux Falls, South Dakota. What? I'm in Japan. And after I stopped being so defensive, I realized that he was right. I did not miss the one-level mall, but I did miss the people, the relationships, the connections, everything that I'd taken for granted, that I didn't see the good in until it was gone. This realization put into perspective for me that just as my time in Sioux Falls was limited, so was my time in Japan and so many other moments in life. And only by having this epiphany did it allow me to be present in my daily experiences. After returning to Sioux Falls, I saw it as a second chance. I was given a new opportunity to be more appreciative and present with those around me. When engaging in conversation, I made an intentional effort not just to be a good listener, but to truly understand them. When in the company of those who I loved, I strove to be in the moment, present. When I came back to Sioux Falls, I was given a second chance to appreciate all the things that were always in front of me that I never truly saw. But life doesn't always grant us second chances. A big motivator of me going to Japan in the first place was to connect to the Japanese side of my family. A core memory of mine was one summer, my sister and I decided to go exploring in the bamboo forests behind my grandparents' house. I was personally so shocked to see real bamboo, because the only time I'd seen it was watching Kung Fu Panda. Top 10 best movies of all time. My grandpa, seeing how much fun we were having, had the idea of DIYing our own nagashi somen, which translates into flowing noodles. For nagashi somen, noodles are usually served in restaurants in long shots of bamboo with running water, where noodles are dropped and then flow to customers. It's a really fun way of eating noodles, and we decided to create one for ourselves. So after a lot of work and picking out the most exquisite looking bamboo, it turned out perfect. Moments like these with my grandparents and family were things I never got to experience often, and I always enjoyed. I could never relate to my classmates who talked about visiting their grandparents every weekend, because mine lived on the other side of the globe. But the summers with them were always worth the long wait. And then, in the 5th grade, I lost my grandma to cancer. And it was there, in that moment, when I realized that everything is temporary. And that includes time with our family. And again, it wasn't until I lost someone, that I realized the value. And instead of creating more memories with my grandma, I found myself experiencing the selfless heart and life that she lived, the storytelling of others, who also wished they had more time. You see, the problem is we all think we have more time. But the moment in life where you are now, you will never be again. Relationships are constantly changing. People are constantly learning. And in all of this, we are always growing. Our lack of presence causes us to overlook the memories we are making, the chapter in the story of life you are currently creating. Our past has led us to the place where we are now, and what we do today will determine where we end up tomorrow. You can't go back and change the past or predict the future, but you can choose what you do today, in this present moment. In the seasons of the year, winter will be always followed by spring, spring followed by summer, summer followed by fall, and the cycle repeats. But when it comes to us as humans, the season we're living in is just that, a season, without guarantees. The moment you are living in may be white and gold, while mine is black and blue. And although our perspectives may be different, we are both here in this present moment, sharing this experience, which in itself is ever-changing. By making the intentional effort of being present, when the inevitable changing of seasons do come, we don't risk seeing the good until it's gone.